What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at some positivity. You see, the Digimon trading card game is launching in Japan in just a few days' time, and there's been a lot of discussion about how good it's going to be in Japan and whether it's going to make its way outside of Japan, etc. So what I've done is I've sat down and I've had a think and I've had a look, and I've come up with 5 reasons why we should all be feeling extremely optimistic about the Digimon trading card game, and I think there is absolutely a lot of reason to feel good. So in no particular order, we have had an official app. Over in Japan, an official app has been launched. I've shown you a bunch of gameplay on this channel. It's all linked in the description. Now, to answer your first question, and I know this is a question a lot of people have had, does this mean we're getting a proper online app where you can deck build and play online like Pokemon Trading Card Game Online for Pokemon or Magic Arena for Magic? No. Maybe in the future. These apps take a long time to develop. Anyone that's wondering why this app only lets you play just over 50% of the red, blue, and yellow decks and not deck build, the answer is they made it simple so they could release it earlier. They made it simple so they could release it quickly. Simple as that. But the fact that they made it is a huge, huge thing. You see, making this app took time, took money, took resources. It took a lot to make this app. It always does. Apps don't pop up overnight. A bunch of people were paid a bunch of money and a bunch of time was taken to make this app. Not only that, but the reason you make the app is to get people interested in the game. You make it to push the game so that people go online and they go onto their app store and they see the game and they go, oh, that looks like fun. I'm going to have a play with this. Let's have a go. And that's my point here. That people are going to want to play this because of the app. And that means that Digimon are really, or Bandai who make Digimon, are really pushing things. No, I don't think we're right around the corner from getting a fully integrated online app with deck building and everything. But the fact that time, money, and resources have been used to make an app, which is purely a promotional tool, means that this is a game that they're not expecting to be out for 5 minutes and then crash and burn and go away. Resources are being put into this. The other game that Bandai did this for was the Dragon Ball Super TCG, and that's going along very nicely indeed. Reason number 2, all of the art is new and commissioned. We've been told this, that every single piece of artwork on every single card is new commissioned artwork. Why is this relevant? Because that is a huge investment. If we look at the Transformers trading card game, most of the art from Wave 1, the characters were taken from an old mobile game, and the battle cards were taken from comic book art. Now, I see no problem with this. I am not complaining about this. But I am saying when Wizards of the Coast launched a Transformers trading card game, they used recycled art for the first wave of cards. Now they do a whole bunch of new, and some link similar toys, but especially all the battle cards, they all have new art now. But what Wizards of the Coast did, and this is Wizards of the Coast making a Transformers trading card game that's a big company and a big brand. They hedged their bets initially using recycled art to keep costs down. Chrono Clash have done the same thing. A lot of the art from the Godzilla cards has been reused from old games as well. Again, I have no problem with this whatsoever. My point is that when you're not sure about a game, when you're launching a game initially, you try and keep the costs as low as you possibly can. And one of the ways to keep the cost low is to use existing art, not to take time and money paying people commissioning new artwork. The fact that Bandai have done that for the Digimon trading card game is huge. To have all new artwork for the first expansion means that Bandai are investing heavily in this game immediately. They're not doing a set or two to see how it goes and then going in with investment. They are going straight in. Bearing in mind, Bandai did not do this for Chrono Clash. I think it's very fair to say that this is a wonderful, wonderful sign. Reason number 3, look at what they did to the Bandai HQ. Look how beautiful it is. Part of the Bandai HQ, one of the entrances has been made up to look like the Digimon trading card game. And they've got screens where you can see a whole bunch of cards. They've clearly got a video monitor there set up. That makes me sound old saying video monitor. But they've got it set up to play the advert, which has been running around on the internet. More on that in a minute. And it's there again as a promotional tool. Now, this is maybe not quite the giant sign that the first two were, but it still takes time and money, albeit significantly less, to set this up, and it still shows their commitment towards a game. I don't think this is as big as launching an online app or having entirely new commissioned artwork, but I still think it's a pretty good sign. Want a really good sign? They are not starting this off by halves. Right, the game is just about to launch. Let's have a quick look at what Digimon have done so far. We have had a promotional pack with 6 brand new exclusive promotional cards, which has been given out in a number of ways in shops, with magazines, etc. V-Jump magazine has had 2 exclusive promos. Psycho Jump magazine has had 2 exclusive promos. We are getting 3 starter sets being launched, the red, the blue and the yellow. And the first booster set has already been announced, which is coming out mere weeks after the release of the starter decks. Now, there is a very different way Bandai could have done this. Bandai could have gone, let's take a step back, guys, alright? Let's launch the starter decks, give the starter decks a couple of months, and see where we are from there. See if people actually want this. See if it's going to sell, and if it sells, we'll move on to actual booster box expansions. Yeah, they're not doing that at all. The 3 starter decks are releasing on the 24th of April, and the first expansion, New Evolution, is launching on the 15th of May. That is less than a month. That is basically 3 weeks. Between the starter decks, which are supposed to be, in fact, it's exactly 3 weeks. They're supposed to be the whole kind of dip your toe in the water, see if this works. No, straight into the expansion 3 weeks later, bearing in mind all the brand new artwork. This is not what you do as a company launching a new game if you're a little bit apprehensive. If you're dipping your toe in the water, if you're seeing how it goes, if you're trying to gauge reaction before ramping it up, you don't act like this. You don't do the starter decks followed 3 weeks later by the booster box. You don't do all new artwork, etc. Speaking of which, we're 1 month and 5 days out from the release of New Evolution, so I'm expecting those cards to start being shown off soon. You know I'm going to be showing you every single, and I mean every single revealed card on this channel. I'll be showing you everything because apparently people watching this channel like Digimon. I got your backs, guys. I got your backs. And then the final sign, my 5th sign, there's an official YouTube. There's an official Twitter. There is a well-produced advert which is going around on the Twitter and the YouTube, etc. There's a big social media presence. Now, again, this is one of the smaller signs. I think we've got 3 big signs, 2 little signs. This is one of the littler signs. They would probably have a new Twitter anyway. They would probably have a new YouTube anyway. I don't know if that necessarily shows a huge commitment to the game. However, this gives us a chance to show our commitment to Bandai. Because if we have a look, the Twitter started on January 2020, and sitting here at the beginning of April, they've got 30,000 followers. Oh. Yeah, that's actually quite a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That's quite a lot of followers. We can similarly go over to the YouTube here and have a look at the Digimon TCG YouTube, which was launched on the 21st of February. And they're looking at 5,000 subscribers. But if you have a look at some of the videos they've done, they're rocking up with 100,000 views. Their first video they've done has 138,000 views. That little 30-second advert I told you about has 878,000 views. I know that we all want this game. And I know that I'm pushing this game pretty hard because of my own interest in it. But hopefully I've shown you in this video that it's not just me being overly excitable. There are very strong signs that we should be very excited about this game and very optimistic about the chances of it being really, really popular, because I have seen nothing that convinces me otherwise. But at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to hear from you guys. How good are you feeling about this? How excited are you for the new Digimon TCG? And do you think, like I do, that things are looking very good indeed? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we can talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other stuff. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.